Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight to Sounds of the Movement. Um, this is a project that is, it feels like a culmination of just a few days short of a year that we've been doing this, this incarnation or this chapter of the movement at least. And this is what it's led to for tonight. So beyond just being in the streets and protesting and doing the work, it's really created a beautiful community of people that are just like-minded and are very passionate and determined to make this world a better place for everyone. And all the people that you'll see tonight and a lot of the people here in the audience have met through the Black Lives Matter protests. It has brought us together. It has made us more powerful, more focused, and more determined and committed to really making a difference, striving for justice, and being out there. So I'll be back later on in the show, but we're just gonna start the show. Thank you for being here. We're also streaming live on soundsofthemovement.com, and that will be available later if anyone wants to watch it again. And let's start the show.
On the heels of the George Floyd lynching, we all came together to demand equality and justice, and to resist a system that has oppressed my people for hundreds of years. But we weren't just showing up for George Floyd. We were showing up for Tony McDade, Sean Wright, Breonna Taylor, Ayanna Stanley Jones, Amadou Diallo, Emmett Till. We were showing up for every Black life that we had lost from slavery to present day. In May of 2020, we vowed that we would stay in the streets until the systems that have kept us in bondage were shaken loose. 359 days later, here we are, and we have no intentions of letting up until America takes its boot off of our necks. If it takes 359 more days until we receive the justice that we deserve as a people, that is exactly what is going to happen. Are we tired? Yes. But we're not tired of marching. We're not tired of screaming. We're not tired of being beaten. We're not tired of being arrested. What we are tired of is systemic oppression. What we are tired of is our people being held in bondage through literally every system in this country. From the prison system, to the system of policing, to the education system, to the health care system. Yes. And until my people are free, we will continue to trample the streets of this country under our feet. So we are not tired, and we will not be tired, but we will keep going until they are tired of seeing us, of hearing us. Because you can jail a revolutionary, but you cannot jail a revolution. And you can kill a revolutionary, but what you cannot kill is a revolution. Black lives matter. Yes. Thank you.
I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like that river, change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. It's been so hard living, but I know that I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. And it's been a long time coming, but I know that a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody always telling me, don't hang around. And it's been a long time coming, but I know that a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. Then I go to my brother. I said, brother, help me please. And he just stood and he knocked me on my knees. Whoa, 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 whoa. There have been times that I thought that I couldn't last for long, but now I got the strength to carry on. And it's been a long time coming, but I know that a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. Thank you. And hello and welcome to our Sounds of the Movement live performance. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Ali Munkari, and I just have a few words that I wrote down. And that song was called The Change Is Gonna Come. For me, this song signifies the importance of hope and keeping the fire going within us as we constantly grieve and try to navigate not only life as artists, activists, educators, but as human beings. As I stand here, I can't help but think about my younger self. And for those of you who know La Bouginita, she's a part of our community, and she always says that we are our youngest selves' wildest dreams. And this mantra has so much power and truth to it, because I remember being gaslit my entire childhood by the people around me, being told that bad consequences were only coming to me because I was making bad decisions, when all I was trying to do was live in my truth. And in many ways, as I grow into myself and begin to really understand the power of community, I notice that the world still continues to do this to Black people, even once we are comfortable in our own skin. We are made out to be seen as crazy radicals for trying to break down systems that keep us in our chains. I appreciate this space and wholeheartedly acknowledge the fact that you have all enabled me to become the person that I am. That the people in this space and the people who we march alongside with are the ones who keep us sane. We are the flame, and we keep the flame lit within ourselves. We protect us. My next piece is called Don't Make It Harder on Me by Chloe and Hallie, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. To stop looking at me like that. We are just friends now. You already had your chance. So I need you to stop saying the things you say. I don't want to regret now the reason I didn't stay. If you keep acting so sweet, I might just wake up and leave this boy that I pinky swore we'd be together for sure. I can't be thinking of you when I'm alone with my boo. If you smile at me again, I may do something stupid. Don't make it harder on me. Don't make it harder on me. I told you not to love me, but now you're growing on me. Don't make it harder on me. Don't make it harder on me. I told you not to love me, but you don't listen to me, and you never did. Ooh, never did. You never did. You never did. Why don't we stop being together now? Oh, I just remembered how many girls you had. So you need to stop being so nice to me, 'cause a part of me has moved on, and a part of me is so weak. If you keep acting so sweet, I might just wake up and leave this boy that I pinky swore we'd be together for sure. I can't be thinking of you when I'm alone with my boo. If you smile at me again, I may do something stupid. Don't make it harder on me. Don't make it harder on me. And I told you not to love me, but now you're growing on me. Don't make it harder on me. Don't make it harder on me. And I told you not to love me, but you don't listen to me, and you never did. Yeah, you never did, yeah. Don't make it harder on me. Harder on me, yeah. And you never did. Thank you. Stand up.
All lives matter. Isn't that true? No, see, that's the difference between me and you. I'm tired of hearing this because I know it's all lies when I can't even put my hands in my pocket without seeing fear in your eyes. What is it about me that you just can't stand? Is it my nappy hair, my dark eyes, or my permanent tan? I'll add chemicals, wear contacts, try hard to blend in, but truth is, I'll never change the color of my skin. Hands up, don't shoot, I'm just a kid. But is this really a world I want to be living in? Sorry, Dr. King, I promise I did not forget the way you gave your life so I could be where you should have been. But truth be told, I guess we didn't make it that far if I can still get pulled over and questioned for driving my own car. Yes, officer, it's mine. You want the registration? Oh, don't bother, I'll still follow you down the aisles of the gas station. My heart's racing. But the only way to fight this is through peaceful retaliation. I'm impatient. 400 years impatient. Because you say change is gonna come, but I'm still waiting. I'm sorry. Does it make you uneasy to hear the way that I'm living? I'd be sickened too if this was what I meant by American citizen. And I don't mean to be all bleak and bring up body bags, but man, I'm one bullet away from becoming a hashtag. I'm comfortably uncomfortable, praying I'll see the light. I'm too hot or I'm too cold, but I'm never just right for you. There's not enough white for you. You say I'm two shades too dark to be light for you. Now, I'm not asking for your pity. I'm not asking for your tears. I'm asking you to do your part and lighten these fears, because I'm afraid to pull over, afraid to be stopped, Sometimes I'm even afraid to lock eyes with a cop with their loud sirens, red, white, and blue. Funny how the colors of freedom are the same ones that put us behind bars, too. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Shantae. I'm with Warriors in the Garden, and I just want to thank you guys. Thank you. I want to thank you guys for coming out to support art as much as you support our activism, because the two things go hand in hand completely. I'm a student. I'm studying to be an actor at Juilliard, and thank you. This year has been so incredible, meeting and connecting with so many community members, and I'm so excited to see what this year and this summer continue to bring. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Okay, so I didn't introduce myself the first time. I'm Kimberly Bernard. I am a Black woman, if you couldn't already tell. I am an organizer, activist. I have led, myself and other organizers have led thousands of people through the streets of New York, many of you. I am co-founder of an organization called Black Women's March. And I want to talk to you about what it's like being Black in America. Many of you, I don't have to tell you what that's like because you already know. But I can speak my own experience. I am an immigrant woman. I migrated here from Jamaica only 8 years ago. The American dream, once I got here, I learned was the American nightmare. I learned that it was only the American dream for some of us, and for others of us who exist at the intersection of blackness, womanhood, migrant. For us, it very quickly became the American nightmare. I am also a mother of 3. I have a girl who is 10. I have 2 boys who are 8 and 6. And my reason for being in the streets is actually a very selfish one. Because, and I say this with no hesitation, I would lay my life down in a heartbeat if it meant that my daughter will not become Sandra Bland or Breonna Taylor, and if it meant that my sons will not become Trayvon or George or Sean Wright. I would give my life in a heartbeat to ensure that. Being Black in America is knowing who you are, knowing your power, knowing that you are beautiful, and knowing that you have shifted and influenced and impacted American culture for hundreds of years. But instead of a country that is grateful for the impact that you've given them, they seek every day to destroy you in every way, shape, and form. Literally every system in this country is designed to destroy Black bodies. And that is not hyperbole. It is in the way our children is educated. It is in the way that Black women are 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than their white women counterparts. I implore you to do your homework, and if you are not already an ally or an accomplice or a co-conspirator, I pray that starting today, you will become a co-conspirator. I hope to see you in the streets, and I hope to see you standing up for Black people wherever you see injustices, in your workplace, in school, on the streets, on the train, because that is what it means to be an ally to Black people. Black lives matter today, they mattered yesterday, and they will matter forevermore. Thank you.
Smoke billows as the fire ignites, the lies exposing the underbelly of the truth. Choking on deception, devised for misdirection, disguised as protection, we lie, psychologically disembodied, dejected and discouraged to live out our truths. While the weight of the world lies on our shoulders. For so long, we've suffered in silence, but the truth is, we're in a state of emergency. We're in a state of My heart is hurting. Can you feel the pain? It's the state of emergency. Do you feel the urgency? Crying, children are crying. Dying. We are dying. Can you hear the sirens calling? Can you hear them calling for you? We're in a state of an emergency. Do you Can you hear the sirens calling for you? Do you hear the whispers deep in your soul? The stories unknown, untold. We are the tide. We are struggling to survive. Do you feel the urgency? Smoke billows as the fire ignites the lies, exposing the underbelly of the truth. No longer are we, or can we, live in fear. We must stand in our truths. We all have a choice to make. What would you do? Thank you. Thank you. My name is Paimon Child, also known as J. Grant Williams. I have many names. And I'm honestly new to the movement. I've only been to a few protests. But I think that it's important that we stand for Black lives, for Black trans lives, because we all are interconnected, and we're all together, we're all in this together, and if one falls, then we all fall. So thank you guys. Show up and stand for change. So thank you guys for being a part of this experience with us, and I hope that you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Black women are beautiful. And I'm not just saying that because I'm one. Black women are phenomenal. They are powerful, strong, but we're also delicate. And this country owes Black women a great debt of gratitude that they will never be able to repay. They should try, though. This country will never be able to repay Black women for our contributions. Time after time again, we have had to swoop in at the final hour and save this country from itself. If you had a treasure in your corner, like this country does with Black women, you would honor it, you would treasure it, you would take care of it, you would protect it, because it is worthy of being protected. But America is American. America doesn't do that. They take their most valuable assets and they abuse them and mistreat them and tear them down and destroy them and shackle them. Did you know that in prison facilities that are stacked with Black women are giving birth shackled by their hands and feet? There was a trend that I noticed since I started organizing and marching. I noticed that whenever police officers would arrest Black women, they would hogtie them. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. I mean, you can Google it. That is exactly what they did to Sandra Bland. The last time we saw Sandra Bland on camera, she was being dragged across a concrete floor by her knees, hogtied. And we never saw her again. This country owes us. And Black women are coming to collect every single thing that we are owed. And that is not a threat. that is a promise. Everything that we are due, everything that we are owed, every investment that we have put into this country, we are going to collect it back. We are done being martyrs. We are done trying to prove to everyone how powerful and how strong we are and how much burdens we can take with our heads held high and no tears in our eyes. Protect Black women. Stand up for Black women. Speak up for Black women. Pay Black women. If you are working with or employing a Black woman, pay her a little extra. Really. We are done being martyrs. Because yes, we are strong, and yes, we are powerful, but we also bleed and we cry and we hurt. We are tired of burying our children when they are shot down in this country by police officers who do not see them as human beings. I am tired of seeing Black women cry on CNN because their sons were taken from them and their daughters were snatched from them too early. Protect Black women isn't just something you say because it sounds cool and it's 2021 and, since May 2020, we've been seeing all these really cool things like defund and abolish and protect Black women. And yeah, it's trendy, I know. But if you're saying protect Black women, you better be protecting Black women. Thank you.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God. I'm born of His Spirit and washed in His blood. This is my story. This is my song. I'm praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. I'm praising my Savior all the day long. Perfect submission, all is at rest. I am my Savior, am happy and blessed. I'm watching and waiting, looking above. I'm filled with His goodness and washed in His blood. This is my story. This is my song. I'm praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. I'm Thank you. I didn't mean to get so emotional. That was my mom's favorite hymn, and I lost her in December to COVID. So, thank you. I am Natalie Randall, and I am at 50 Mile Run for Justice protest. And on November 1st, 2020, I ran 50 miles to raise up 50 lives that were lost to police brutality. And on June 19th, I'm attempting to run 100 miles to lift up 100 people that were lost to police brutality. After Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd were murdered, I finally took to the streets, as before then I was a little scared, I was a little nervous, a little timid, whatever the situation may be. I was not actually on the streets, but before then I was doing activism in the sense of writing. And in 2015, a fourth grader named Tyshawn Lee was murdered by a gang in retaliation for something that his family members had done. And after that, I wrote a musical that was inspired by what happened to him. And I wrote the music, I wrote spoken word, I did all of this stuff for it. And it's about a substitute teacher that goes into an inner city school in Chicago, and she unexpectedly impacts the lives of these 7 students. It is also loosely based on me, as I was a substitute teacher here in New York City and met many students. And a lot of times when I would go into these schools, I'm gonna keep it 100, I didn't care. It was a paycheck, I had to keep it moving. But it wasn't until I realized that this might literally be the only moment that these students get to see a Black female role model. I had to change my approach. I had to change who I am. I had to do something different. So the spoken word piece that I am doing tonight is called Miseducation. And this is in the voices of these 7 inner city high school teenagers in Chicago. And I also want to say this is the first time. I love spoken word. I write a lot of spoken word. I do all this stuff, and this is my first time actually performing spoken word live in person. So, so I thank y'all for allowing me to do this in this safe space. So here I go. You ever been in such a deep sleep that all the monsters under your bed felt real? Welcome to my hood, where the only thing keeping me alive is a chance to make it out of this shithole. Did you just call Chicago a shithole? Hell yeah, I did. But I can't hate Chicago. It did not do us the disservice. Then who did? You. In Inglewood, I gotta hustle every day, 'cause there's no other way. Where I can easily get a gram of coke, but I can't get a textbook more current than 1983. The only history I learn about is who got shot during 4th period. And I hope the math teacher taught you how to add up how many real friends you got, because if you're caught out here alone, 1 + 1 can equal 0 really fast. If only I could become the stories I read in English class. But I've met about 4 Romeo and Juliets who died for what they thought was some true thug love. And instead, all they got was a half-hearted RIP. I struggle to dream of little sugar plum fairies because I got bullets doing pirouettes over my head. But if it were accessible for me to go to the ballet, I would know I have other options. But the only dance that you're gonna watch me do is stop and frisk. A demanding tango that I somehow know too well, yet I've never had a teacher have to show me the steps. But screw that ballet shit. I'm about to prove everybody right. I'm dropping out of high school at the age of 16. I'm gonna have a baby when I'm 15. So what if my mom becomes a grandma at 32? Food stamps, here I come. That's every ghetto baby mama's top dream. But that's not supposed to be my dream. I'm jealous of those kids that have money to buy new jerseys every year for their basketball team. I'm jealous of those kids who don't have any real responsibilities. I'm jealous of those kids that get a guidance counselor who actually knows their name. I'm jealous of those kids that can stay after school and get help on their homework. I'm jealous of those kids whose parents come to parent-teacher conference day. I'm jealous that all their wildest fantasies can actually come true. What about mine? I want to be a professor. I want to be an anesthesiologist. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be anything but me. In Inglewood, I'm constantly miseducated by society of what I should be and what I want to be. Is it too much to send a teacher that legitimately cares, someone I can look up to, a leader who isn't afraid of us? Instead, you send us teachers who just want a resume builder. They run out the door after school before we can even get back to our lockers. They make it obvious they ain't here for us. Then we act surprised when they leave a year later. I'm glad you got your inner city school on there. Now you can go work at your fully funded, fully parent supported, fully staffed, fully healthy lunches, fully full of bullshit school. I may sound like a hater, and I fully am. But don't come at me, bro, when you ain't never been in my wood or tried to come check out my hood and been misunderstood while trying to be motherfucking good. So don't you dare point your fingers or try to make me your little humanities project. I don't need a big brother. I don't need a big sister. I just need a teacher who fucking cares. Thank y'all so much.
Hi, my name is Alexis, and I am a Black trans woman, artist, and activist. I make art that is healing for my trans sisters. I make art to create a world that is more inclusive for people like me. I make art to blur the lines between cis and trans people. This first poem I wrote is called, the title is Black Ancestry Strength. Black. Strong roots sprung from the motherland, Mama Africa. Carried through the currents of colonialism, slavery, broken bones, the smell of blood mixed with sweat from the cotton field, plantation work, the smell of death from hate crime. Black, strong and bold, unbroken spirit, transcendent through time and space, ancestors, passing their hopes for better days of freedom onto us. We carry the torch, blazing fire, unquenched by the will and deeds of hatred. Trans self, created from the same divine source of all things. Cis and trans people originated from the same burning fire, essence of the Holy Spirit in the Catholic Church, teaching that God's will excluded trans people, teaching that God's Spirit cannot dwell in a trans soul, teaching that God's essence cannot embrace a trans body. Like a sweet scent smelling like rose, like a pink sweater covering your skin with a warm embrace, unconditional love, lies. Trans self, requiring courage and sometimes ferocity, with the weight of transphobia exuded by heteronormative society There is a lot to be a man about. Intolerance and hatred digging their claws deep into my shoulders, thrusting me toward a state of imbalance, losing ground, feeling captured by the ugliness of society. Bold eagle, symbol of tenacity, symbol of tenacity, reminding me to soar high, higher than the circumstances built against me, higher than the blockages orchestrated to keep my ancestors down. For I carry their hope for freedom and better days. I am my ancestors' wildest dream. Trans self, dripping sensuality like waterfall, exploding sex appeal, driving this man crazy, obsessed with my trans body, yet lynching and killing my trans sisters. This got to end. Stop killing us. My trans body, requiring a lot of self-love, bashed by society. Internalized disgust, planting its roots, dressed with thorns, into my heart and soul, requiring huge amount of effort to remove them from myself. Painful, but necessary. Leaving scars, but healed scars. Reminding me to love myself a little more every day. Reminding me that I am beautiful. A shining sun, dissolving negativity and darkness, trying to swallow me whole. A shining sun, radiating inner joy and self-acceptance. A woman with a penis. A woman with a penis. A woman with a penis. Thank you. So basically, in this first poem, I was using the strength that my ancestors, my black ancestors, carried through slave. I'm originally from Africa, through slavery, and that unbroken strength that I carry into my trans experience, because it requires a lot of strength on a daily basis. So that was the main idea there. The second one is titled Trans Body and Soul. Looking at myself in the mirror, all I see is a reflection of a divine being. They say God is love, unconditional love. They say God is comforting, like a mother for a child. They say God is nurturing, like Mother Earth toward nature. Maternal instinct, pure love. God embodies the divine feminine. Gazing into the reflection of my eyes, diving into my soul, all I see is the embodiment of a divine soul. They say God is the Father, protective of his children, from physical and spiritual adversities, celestial provider of the humankind. They say God is powerful, holding the power of creation and punitive, calling forth destruction upon the unkind heart and evil of man. Reliable and disciplinary Father, God embodies the divine masculine. They say Jesus, the Son of God, who is God himself in human form, is balanced in both masculine and feminine aspects of God. So then I ask myself, why do people fail to see my divine essence? Why do people condemn the duality of my soul, expressed in spirit and in the flesh, making my being the reflection of God, the matter herself, making my being the reflection of God, the Father himself, making me whole, not perfect, but whole, in unity with the divine, making me whole, not perfect, but whole, man and woman, making me whole, not perfect, but whole, trans body and soul. Thank you.
Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Look on down the river, what do you think I see? I see a band of angels and they're coming after me. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Look on yonder, Gabriel, feet on the Linden Sea. Gabriel, don't you blow that trumpet until you hear from me. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. Play, DJ. Meet me, mother and father, meet me down the river road. Mama, you know I will be there when I check my heavy load. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Meet me, Jesus, meet me in the middle of the air. And if these wings won't fail me, I will lead you anywhere. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. There ain't no grave can hold our body down. There ain't no grave, ain't no grave. When I hear the trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Ain't no grave can hold our body down. Thank you. Hi, my name is Alone. I'm an ally and co-conspirator to the Black Lives Matter movement. In particular, the Black Trans Lives Matter movement. And I decided to dedicate my set to trans women of color, Black trans women, because the message has been very clear out in the streets, and they should not be, Black trans women should not be the only people talking about the killings and memorializing Black trans women. It's up to us to do that. Doing so is actually, as I realized working closely with the rest of the group on this slideshow even, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing for a Black trans woman to have to put these names together, to go over these lists, not knowing if possibly they can be next. So we have to change that, and we have to speak up. It should not be them that have to be burdened with the violence and also fighting the violence. Yes. So I just want to take a little moment to just talk about allyship to this movement, and the way that it can take many forms. And the main thing, though, is that if you feel something about a cause, if you feel something about Black Lives Matter, you know something is wrong when you see these videos, when you get this information. It doesn't sit right with you. That means that it's up to you to take action to change it. And that action can look in so many different ways. Because, there's some people who see us in the streets and they see the protests, and maybe they're not comfortable with being there. Maybe they're scared to be there. That is not the only way. There's other ways that you can support, even if you're supporting the people who are in the streets, and provide a support system to keep them in the streets longer. It can be something as simple as walking someone's dog so that they can stay in the streets for the entire day and the entire night if they need to. It can be making graphics for shows that are doing. It can be volunteering to do lights, to do videos, to do everything you can using your own skills to amplify and implement the messages that are coming out of this movement every single day. People are talking, and it's up to us to listen and actually listen, meaning listen. They are literally telling us what we should do, what we need to do to actually support this movement and support this cause. So we just need to actually listen and then take that and implement that. We all have things that we can do, and this project, Sounds of the Movement, is one of those things. It was a way to bring together people and use skill sets that they already have to center and create a platform and opportunity for Black and brown artists, and in particularly Black and brown, trans and queer artists. So everyone within their own world, whatever your job is or your skill set or your art is, you can make a difference. And if that's the only thing, one of the things you take from tonight is like, you can make a difference. So get involved, get on board. It's up to us. Thank you. And we're gonna stay with the Black Trans Lives theme of the set. But we're gonna take it from the grief, the sadness, into uplifting and into affirmation, because sometimes that voice is not heard enough. There's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of pain in this community, and there is space for uplifting, for affirmation. So this is one of my songs that I wrote, and I decided to dedicate it to trans people in general and Black trans women in particular. And it's a mantra, it's affirmation, to just tell people that no matter what you've been told your entire life, no matter what the hardship that you go through, the voices that you hear, you are enough, you are perfect, you are whole, and you are good just the way you are today. It doesn't depend on anyone else. It doesn't depend on achieving anything. It is just the fact that you are you is what's brightening up our world. So the song is called Everything. And yeah, let's do it.
You've been blessed with a chance to be here. Every breath that you take, it should be clear that you got what it takes to make it. No regrets, no mistakes, escape it. You don't need anyone to be happy. What you got going on is plenty. Just say thank you for this life that I'm living. Ask for nothing, just keep on receiving. You are everything anyone could ever want. What everyone is searching for. You're all that is right in the world. Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it, girl. Keep on doing it, girl. You're one-of-a-kind creation, at the right place and time, perfection. Love is all that you need to make it. Let it go, let it in, embrace it. You can buy happiness let nothing bring you down. You got the power to make anything come true. Baby, it's up to you to do what you gotta do. Reach for the brightest star. Don't ever forget you are everything anyone could ever want. What everyone is searching for. You're all that is right in the world. Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it, girl. Whoa, ooh, ooh, ooh. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it, girl.
Keep on doing it, girl. Keep on doing it, girl. Thank you.
لدى جميعنا مخاوف.
All of us have fears.
Nous avons tous des peurs. وكلنا مطاردون بهذه المخاوف.
Each of us are haunted by these fears.
Chacun de nous est pourchassé par ses peurs. مع أن مخاوفنا قد تختلف.
Though our fears may be different.
Cependant, ces peurs peuvent différer. هذه المخاوف تطاردنا كالأشباح.
These fears haunt us like ghosts.
Ces peurs nous hantent comme des fantômes. كالخوف من الحياة، الأسرة، المرض.
Fear of life, of death, of family, of sickness.
Peur de la vie, peur de la mort, peur de la maladie, peur de l'opinion des autres. الخوف مما قد أفعله، الخوف من المعرفة، والخوف من الله.
Of other people's opinions, of what I might do, of knowledge and fear of God.
Peur de nos devoirs, peur de la connaissance, peur de Dieu. بعض هذه المخاوف قد تكون مثمرة والكثير منها مدمر.
Some of these fears can be productive, while many destructive.
Certaines de ces peurs peuvent être bénéfiques et certaines destructives. وإن لم نكن حذرين قد نتجمد من هذه المخاوف.
If we're not careful, we could be frozen in our fears.
Si on n'y prend pas garde, ces peurs peuvent nous figer.
وذاك الخوف هو الخوف من المعرفة. هل سيأتي اليوم لكي نتعلم؟
The fear we have is of knowledge itself. Will we ever learn?
La peur que l'on a est du savoir lui-même. Apprendrons-nous un jour? Nous avons tous des peurs. Chacun de nous est pourchassé par ses peurs. Cependant, ces peurs peuvent différer.
These fears haunt us like ghosts. Fear of life,
Peur
of
de la
death,
mort, peur de
of
la
family,
maladie, peur de
of
l'opinion des
sickness,
autres,
other people's
peur de la
opinions,
connaissance,
what
peur
I
de
might do,
la
of
Certaines de
knowledge.
ces peurs peuvent être bénéfiques,
Some of these
certaines
fears can be productive,
Si on n'y prend pas
while
garde,
many destructive. If we're not careful, we're not
du
careful.
savoir, nous apprendrons un
Fear
jour.
we have is of knowledge.
إني ولدت بقلب امرأة عطشانة بالحب فاسقيني فخرجت من كهف حائرة بين أفكاري تسقيني إني ولدت بقلب امرأة عطشانة بالحب فاسقيني فخرجت من كهف حائرة بين أفكاري تسقيني وكأنه القرآن يهمس في أذني اشربي كاس الهوى فإن قلبك عطشان بالحب والرحيل والحب هو أملي والحب هو أملي ودعائي للمجيء إني ولدت بقلب امرأة عطشانة بالحب بالحب فاسقيني فخرجت من كهف حائرة بين أفكاري تشكيني وكأنه فكفاني معناه قلبي من شدة التعذيب ومن حسن قلبي أنه قادر على التجديد إني ولدت إني ولدت إني ولدت بقلب امرأة عطشانة بالحب فاسقيني فخرجت من كهف حائرة بين أفكاري تشجيني لأطل يوما على لأطل يوما على لأطل يوما على أمتي وكأس الحب في يدي فلا خوفا بقلبي ولا ترهيبي. Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Iman Luker, Egyptian, and I'm here in asylum in the United States since 2008, sorry. Actually, when Obama got elected,
Hi. So, coming from a place, being a persecuted as a trans woman and as a queer person, coming to a place like America, believing there's a freedom for me. This is, I've been told, and everyone is telling me this. So I have that dream to be myself and to leave everything behind and just to forgive everyone and to start a new life. But this is not the case. When I came here, I came here and I find another obstacles that the killing of black trans women, it give me the traumatized past that I have in my life. And it makes me think about what happens back home. And it was haunting me every day. So after George Floyd death, I joined the movement, and I was, protesting every day. And I find that I have to do something to start saving lives from where I come from and from everywhere in the world. That people like me, they did not have a chance. They cannot get a visa to live a day, because it's for us in the Middle East and some countries in Africa is death. There is nothing else that we can say, oh my God, I'm gonna go to, you're gonna get arrested, or your family, oh, they're gonna forgive you. No, they will kill you. And I was hiding myself for a long time, and this is why I start creating an organization called Trans Asilias to save trans women from all of the world and to give them a better life and a better chance to start a new life in a safer country, which is more Europe right now, because in America, the violence against trans women, it's really, it's not a good country for really trans women to live here. Until the government and the system change, it will be better. But like places like in Europe, there's places for trans women that they can have more living and more, like they can to have education. Like my daughter, like now I'm a mother to two beautiful trans women, one of them from Jamaica and one of them from Yemen. And now seeing them from the beginning and seeing them now, how they become who they are, see them going to the French courses, learning, having everything they need. They live in a beautiful place. People take care of them. They're happy as trans women. So that could happen in America too. So also Trans Asilia is not only for outside in Europe, also for here. I would love to save people. Instead of saying her name, we should say save her name. We should save them, because I'm really, it's every week now to find a somebody murder a trans woman, and it really like it's heartbreaking. So I hope that everybody they're opening their eyes and take that matters seriously, because this is a pandemic. Maybe we're gonna get over this one, but there is a pandemic of the black trans women being killed in this country, and we should do something about it. Okay, for that, thank you so much. And so one of the things that my family, because I came from a Muslim family, and they were very strict, and I used to write my own songs, and they were telling me to sing it's wrong and you're gonna go to hell. I'm always in hell. So, and also because I was feminine, they were thinking I had a demon. So here you go, the demon has come out. And also, I wrote this song. So everything that, it's like healing my inner child. So all of these songs that I've been writing came this year. And thank you, Alon, for pushing me to do this. So this song is about Marsha B. Johnson, because I could feel I could feel her aggression, the same aggression that we have back home in Egypt, and how people treated us. So it talks about the black angels, and talks about people are murdering them and pretending that everything is okay. But also it talks about hope, and it talks about Marsha and her daughters, and every daughter in the Middle East, and every trans daughter, they are her daughter, and they all sitting in a beautiful place, like gorgeous, like I can see it. And also remembering the people that, my friend that died long time ago. So this song for all of them, for the one they are passed away, but I know they are here with us, so this is for them. So thank you.
لا تبالي من قوم يعتقدون أننا أعداءهم بل هم تدعون العفة والطهارة وأيديكم ومرسى حكينا سمعنا كلامك يا أخينا احنا نسينا بعدينا وسلفر فيرك وسكينة بتحت كلامك نسينا ومرسى قالت حكينا سمعنا كلامك يا أخينا احنا نسينا بعدينا وسلفر فيرك وسكينة ومرسى قالت كفينا اخرج برا وخلينا احنا غلابة يا أخينا والدنيا انقلبت حوالينا والشرطة اترست علينا ومرسى قالت كفينا اخرج برا وخلينا احنا غلابة يا أخينا والدنيا انقلبت حوالينا ومرسى قالت أمتها حدفتها على المراية وقالت له يلا بقى ننام الدنيا دي بقت حراق ويلا نقوم بمظاهرة وناخد هدى بالمرة دي العيشة دي بقت مرة وبقيت قاعدة في الشارع وتسول مالوش آخر وأمراض عمالة بتقتل ونيويورك عمالة بتتمنظر بكلام تمثالي حرية 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 يا معلمية حرية منسية 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 من قاموس البشرية ومرسى قالت حكينا سمعنا
Will you recognize me in the flashing lights? I try to keep my heart clean, but I can't get it right. Will you recognize me when I'm lying on my back? Something's gone inside me, and I can't get it back. Oh heaven, I wait with good intentions, but the day it always lasts too long. Then I'm gone, oh heaven, I wait with good intentions, but the day it always lasts too long. Then I'm gone, 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 then I'm gone. Will you recognize me when I'm stealing from the poor? You're not gonna like me, I'm nothing like before. Will you recognize me when I'm losing all my friends? Will you learn to leave me or give me one more try again? Oh heaven, I wait with good intentions, but the day it always lasts too long. Then I'm gone, oh heaven, I wait with good intentions, but the day it always lasts too long. Then I'm gone, 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 then I'm gone. Oh heaven, I wait with good intentions. 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 You say that you will wait, I try but always pray, 'cause the day always lasts too long. Then I'm gone, 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 then I'm gone. Thank you so much. Oh my God, y'all are sick. Oh my God, stop the show. The show isn't over yet. Oh my God, we've got one more number. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I can't express to you what a thrill it is for me to be here. So a little bit of my story right now. I actually walked here in a pair of like this boot on my leg, and I'm wearing crutches right now because I actually fell and broke my foot like a few months ago, and so that was due to just like substance abuse and being really, really fucked up on alcohol. And so now I'm in rehab for the first time, and I've been in rehab for treatment for 2 months now. Oh, thank you. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Oh my God. The first time for everything, right? I mean, I just turned 29 this year, and like, you know, things are just kind of hitting the fan. Like, things are just kind of coming to a head, and I'm really trying to like just not let the negativity of the narrative influence me so much. And this year is my first time really taking ownership of that and just kind of like ruminating through my power again and just kind of like finding myself more deeply. And it's been great. Like, I haven't felt this healthy, or my skin hasn't been this healthy in like years. Oh my God. Stop it, oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. So yeah, it's such a joy. Like I'm learning how to be sober and like what it was like being sober again. And I can't believe like, you know, how long it's been since that's been the case. But yeah, that's just a bit of my story right now. I also started transitioning this year. I'm 8 months into my transition. Thank you. That's male to female if it's confusing, but I know she's a bit, I know it's kind of awkward right now. But yeah, that's also been really, really great. And just to be doing that in conjunction with like, you know, going sober, it's like I'm really taking everything back, like taking back all of my power. And I really didn't realize like how much of myself I had given away to drugs and alcohol until now. And so, you know, it's kind of like, you know, rather later than, what's that saying? Like, no. Yes, better late than never, right? So, yeah, I'm just happy to like be here, and it's kind of like the universe is like providing for me, like this, it's happening when it's supposed to, and I feel great. So again, thank y'all for being here. Black trans lives matter, and they will continue to matter, and we will continue to fight from within. So without further ado, this is my closing track. Hope you enjoy. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. There's things in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Children are waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And I feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. I went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello, teacher, tell me what's my lesson? She looked right through me. She looked right through me. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Like I said earlier, 359 days since George Floyd was essentially lynched. 1 full year. A lot of people don't know this. Many of you do, of course. We've been marching consistently for an entire year. For me, my first Yeah. For me, my first 3 months in this movement consisted of marching 7 days a week. And then we were like, yeah, we're gonna burn out. So let's cut it down. And we cut it down to 6 days a week. And then we use the seventh day for meetings. So essentially, not really. But it has been an entire year of marching. When we said that we were going to stay in the streets until we had justice, we meant that. Do not be fooled. We may not be on CNN or NBC or CBS every single day unless the NYPD does something completely horrific. And they do horrific things all the time, you just don't always see it. But we're there. We have always been there, and I promise you we're not going anywhere. This movement is led by Gen Zs, millennials, mostly, not only, but mostly. And this generation is very different. And that is not to shade the generation that has gone before us, because we are standing on the shoulders of giants. And we have a lot to live up to. But we are determined that we will not rest until we have a complete systemic overhaul. We are going to tear down this injustice system that we have currently, and we are going to rebuild it brick by brick. And we are going to rebuild it with love. And we are going to rebuild a system that works equally for every person in America. And so, a running theme of this movement has been defund and abolish. And for many people, that those are very scary terminologies. Well, if we abolish policing in America, well, there's going to be murder and mayhem in the streets. We will have no one to protect us. And the question that I will ask you to ask yourselves is this: if you are someone who holds privilege in a way that when you call the police, you are certain that they're going to show up and they're going to protect you, are you okay with the police force that protects you and murders your brothers and sisters on the other side of town? If the answer is no, good. You are on the right side of history. Abolition is not the absence of order. Abolition is creation. Abolition means that we get to do away with a system of policing that was born out of slave catching, and we get to rebuild and create and reimagine something new, something better. Abolition means that we erase policing as we know it, and we get to build something that works for us. But the first step to that is abolishing the police in your head, because they have lied to us for generations, telling us that we need them. If I can't call you to protect me, to protect my black and brown siblings, because I'm afraid that if I call you to help me, you might come and kill me instead, why do I need you? I don't need you. Ma'Khia Bryant was a 16-year-old girl who was being bullied. Yeah, she had a knife to protect herself. She called them. Her sister called the police frantically. They're coming. They're going to beat our asses. They're going to kill us. Please come and help us. They didn't help. They didn't de-escalate. They killed her. Well, why do we need police officers then? We protect us. That's something that I've seen for the past year, because we have not been able to rely on the NYPD, and we've had to show up for each other. And we are the first examples in this movement. We have shown that we can protect each other, that we can show up for each other. We provide mental health resources for each other. We exhibit restorative justice within our community. It can be done. Abolish the cop in your head. That's step one. What now? Where do we go from here? And what can you do to help and to continue to show up for Black people in this country? There is no going back to normal. That's first. There's no going back to pre-May 2020. America as we knew it before May 25th, 2020 no longer exists. If you are wide awake, stay awake. You cannot go back to sleep. We cannot afford for you to go back to sleep. We cannot afford for you to be tired. There's no going back to what America used to be. Keep fighting. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Keep unlearning the things that you've been taught for your entire lives. Do not assume that because you've read a couple of books, speaking to my allies, or you've been marching for the better part of a year, that you've done the work and the work is done. You have a lifetime of brainwashing to undo. And I'm now going to speak to my people. We are going to make it. We are going to do this. We will win. There's no question about it. We will win. I said this before in speeches. This race for justice, freedom, and equality is a 4x100 meter relay race. We are on the final leg of that race. This is the last revolution. There will not be another revolution after this. This is it. We're in it. We are in it. This is the final leg of a 4x100 meter relay race, and we have to take it home to the finish line, because we cannot allow our children to fight the same fight that we are fighting now. They do not deserve that. We have to finish the race. And finishing the race looks like not quitting, not giving up, and not accepting crumbs. Because they are going to try and feed us crumbs, throwing us a law here and a law there. We don't want reform. We begged you for reform time and time again. We begged for reform with Trayvon. You spat in our faces. So now we don't want reform. It's too late. Now we want the whole cake, not just crumbs. So we're going to finish the race, and we're going to finish strong. And at the end of this movement, we are going to arise as a people and as a nation. And we are going to be better than we were on the 24th of May, 2020. If you don't mind, I would like for you guys to do a little chant with me. Okay. The left fist is a Black Power fist. If you could raise that for me real quick. This is a chant. This chant, by the way, the origins of this chant, it was taken from a letter that Assata Shakur wrote from Cuba to the Black Panthers. And this was a line within that letter. And they took it and they turned it into a chant. Repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
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 All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Ashe.
Mama, mama, can't you see?
Mama, mama, can't you see?
What the system's done to me?
What the system's done to me?
They locked us up, they put us down. Ain't no justice in this town. Mama, mama, can't you see? What the system's done to me? They locked us up, they put us down. Ain't no justice in this town. Papa, Papa, don't you cry. Today is not my day to die. They locked us up, they put us down. Ain't no justice in this town.
Mama, mama, can't you see?
Mama, mama, can't you see?
What the system's done to me?
What the system's done to me?
They locked us up and put us down. There ain't no justice in this town. Yeah, mama, mama, don't you know that the police have got to go? They've locked us up and put us down. There ain't no justice in this town. Yeah, mama, mama, don't you know that the police have got to go? They lock us up and put us down. There ain't no justice in this town. There ain't no justice in this town. There ain't no justice in this town. No justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Mama, mama, can't you see
Mama, mama, can't you see?
what the system's done to me?
What the system's done to me?
They lock us up and put us out.
Lock us up and put us down.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this
Hey, mama, mama, don't you know
Mama, mama, don't you know?
the police have got to go?
The police have got to go.
They lock us up and put us out.
Lock us up and put us down.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Mama, mama, can't you see
Mama, mama, can't you see?
what the system's done to me?
What the system's done to me?
They lock us up, they put us down.
Up and put us down.
Ain't no justice in this town.
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 Ain't no no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town. Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this
Yes. Can we hold hands? Everybody. Yeah, you gotta get in here. Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to just get one more round of applause for all these amazing artists, organizers, activists that are putting their voices and their bodies on the line every single day and every single week. Thank you. Thank you all for trusting me to include and showcase your talent. I thank you. I thank you. I think you've really, we just made the world a better place tonight, just by all this beauty and talent and wisdom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you all for coming and sharing this with us. And keep doing the work.